When I can't pay my rent and I have to go to my mother-in-law for rent after I went to a trip to Cancun, that's kind of a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah. We love you. We love our grandkids. We feel like we are giving a drunk a drink. We feel like we're enablers because you continue to misbehave with money.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, co-founder of Parent Portfolio, a personal finance author and a frugal millionaire. Today, I'm going to react to this Dave Ramsey video about grandparents wrestling with whether they should keep financially supporting their 40-year-old son and his family. But before we begin, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. So this one's a big one. It mixes money, family, and enabling. And there's a lot we can learn from it. Let's dive in.
Our main concern is our middle son, who has our 3 grandchildren. He's 40. His finances come from donations from, support from people, friends, and relatives, and that type of thing. This last summer, we gave them $14,000 and that amount because they could get that without having to pay any taxes on it. Come to find out, I found out that they bought season passes to Disneyland and that my daughter-in-law went to Cancun in an all-inclusive trip. But yet in October, then they came to us and saying they needed these finances and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not up for that. We also did put them through Financial Peace University. They told us that they had finance help available to them through their company. Mm-hmm. So
I'm sorry, their company.
Well, through their ministry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, right. Through their ministry. So, they are going to be getting quite a lump sum when we die. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But until then, do we keep financing and enabling them to live without their means?
No.
No.
No, they're using the ministry as an excuse to be irresponsible.
That's my feeling.
No, it's what you just described.
Right.
When I can't pay my rent and I have to go to my mother-in-law for rent after I went to a trip to Cancun, that's kind of a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah. So, no, I think... do you live in the same area that they're in?
They live in Southern California. We live in Northern California.
Okay. Will you be with them in person anytime soon?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I think maybe that you and your husband get on the phone with the 2 of them, and here's what it sounds like if I'm you guys. Okay? You can do whatever you want, but you're asking me, so this is what I would do. If this was my kid, I would just say, look, we've given you money for years. We love you. We love our grandkids. We feel like we are giving a drunk a drink. We feel like we're enablers because you continue to misbehave with money and come to us as your backstop every time. We don't mind helping you, but we don't feel like we're helping you anymore. We feel like we're harming you because we're financing your irresponsibility, thereby encouraging it. And we don't want to do that anymore because we love you too much. We want what God wants for you, and that is a life of abundance. And you're not living a life of abundance. You're living a life of financial stress because you're disorganized and you have your priorities out of whack. Now, you can be mad at us. We don't want you to be mad at us. We love you. We love the grandkids and we want to help you. But we're not going to just willy-nilly give you money anymore.
So this situation hits close home for a lot of families. And on the surface, it looks like generosity. Parents or grandparents step in when they see their kids struggling. But when that financial help becomes constant, it crosses the line into enabling. That's what we see here. I agree with Dave's main point. Giving money in this situation isn't helping anymore. It's actually causing harm. When you've given $14,000 and then find out your son and daughter-in-law are buying Disneyland season passes and taking all-inclusive vacations, it's not about a lack of resources anymore. It's about misplaced priorities. By continuing to bail them out, the grandparents are rewarding bad financial behavior. That said, I do think the delivery matters. Dave compared it to giving a drunk a drink. While I get his point, helping in the wrong way can make things worse. That phrasing can be harsh. It can create shame and defensiveness, which usually shuts down a lot of people. I would recommend a more compassionate but still firm approach. Something like, "We love you too much to keep helping in a way that hurts you." That way you're setting them the same boundary, but doing it in a way that keeps the relationship intact and focused on love. So what should the grandparents actually do? Let's talk about some practical steps. First, they need to set a firm financial boundary. That means no more cash for rent, appliances, or lifestyle expenses. It's not punishment, it's clarity. Once the money stops flowing, it forces the son and daughter-in-law to take ownership of their finances. Secondly, they should shift from financial support to financial guidance. Instead of handing over money, they could offer to walk them through a budget with them or recommend resources. They've already sent them through different financial programs, which is great, but accountability is key. They could say, "We'll help you look at your numbers, but we won't pay your bills." That's empowering, not enabling. Third, they need to address the credibility issue. Living on donations from ministry is not inherently wrong. Many people in ministry do it, but it requires financial integrity. When supporters see Disneyland trips and Cancun vacations while rent isn't being paid, that undermines the entire mission. The grandparents can encourage their son to put financial accountability measures in place, like working with a board or mentor to review their spending. Fourth, they should separate inheritance from present-day support. Their caller mentioned that their son will receive a lump sum when they pass away. That knowledge may be feeding complacency. Why hustle today if money will eventually come later? They should make it clear that today's financial health matters, and inheritance is not a substitute for responsible living. And finally, they need to keep showing love while saying no to money. They can still be active grandparents, send small gifts, spend time together, and still encourage the family emotionally. But the key message should be our relationship isn't tied to financial handouts. That helps preserve the family bond while ending the cycle of dependency. At the end of the day, the most loving thing these grandparents can do is stop bailing out their adult son. It feels counterintuitive, but boundaries are a form of love. Dave was right to call it enabling, but I think it can be delivered in a way that's firm and compassionate at the same time. So if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the updates. So let me know in the comments down below. If you were in this situation, would you keep helping your adult kids financially, or would you draw the line earlier on? Please drop them down in the comments down below. Once again, thank you for your time. I'll see you next time.